Your choice.
Um, ano?
No, it's okay. You can leave it there.
It's very loud.
Hi, Senator and Mr. Chairman. There's a joke that says that if Moses had a committee taking the people of Israel out of Egypt, he wouldn't have gotten as far as the Red Sea. Now, both of you are executives and have executive experience in Subic, Marikina, and Metro Manila. How would you handle criticism on part that if ever you get elected, you'll be handling a bigger population, a bigger set of people, and you'll be implementing national policies? How would you deal with opposition or criticism when implementing such things?
Well, first of all, if I may, first of all, I tell these people now, you always start with the small things. The color-coded jeepney in the Longobo didn't happen by everybody coloring themselves. So we said, dito muna sa blue. Nakita nila, yung kanila na yung ruta na yun, wala nang kolorum doon. Naka-uniform nila, tao susunod na yung dilaw, they'll go yellow, then green, then brown, then white, etc. Same thing. One mayor of Manila once said, kaya-kaya mo Longobo because it's small. Well, sabi ko, why did you start with Paco? Then go to Malate, and go to Tondo. Things always start with the beginning. And that beginning has got to be shown to be what it had. For example, if I want cleanliness, I've always been known in Longobo, pag nakita ko yung kalat, ang nagtapo ko na siguro sa harap ko, I either pick it up, and people in Longobo, they know when they eat candy, kids there, they put the candy wrapper inside. It starts there, small. And then everybody begins to carry the load. I don't think I can be regarded as somebody that doesn't know how to make policy. After all, I was chairman of the Pacific Asia Tourism Association, which is one of the biggest tourism associations in the world. I was also chairman of the East Asia Pacific Commission of the World Tourism Organization. I'm also a governor of the International Red Cross, which means that I've been working the whole world. I've spoken in Davos, I've spoken in Harvard, I've spoken in one of the best business universities in the world called Kellogg's. I've gone all over the United States, I've gone all over Europe and speaking engagements. So I've dealt with prime ministers, with all the prime ministers practically in Japan of the modern world, and presidents of the United States. So it's not exactly that you're a small city. After all, Longobo had a foreign policy because we had a base there. How do we handle criticism? We accept them. We address them. But we can also be engaging and assertive. And it doesn't mean that you should be awed by it or cowed by it. We don't do that. But basically, I'm a lawyer, and I'm also a man who's working in a foreign company like Procter & Gamble, and you won't survive that unless you're assertive. And, so that is not a problem to me. Making policy is not a problem to me because I've been in the Constitutional Convention. That's a lot of experience. I've been a mayor for 13 years. I made policy in Subic Bay, chairman of Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority. We started from scratch. In fact, it is out of this mind that came the idea of a free port. And when we got it, we used voluntarism. If people will follow me without being paid, I can handle a bigger country. And because of that, we were able to convert Subic, get the World Bank and the ADB to support it. Got big companies like FedEx, Acer, all the other big companies that came in. Now you have 200,000 jobs out there. What experience do the other candidates present? They're either children of their parents, they've either made money for themselves, built houses and sold them. I have built houses, 15,000 of them, and they were all given and built by the people themselves, out of the Red Cross. And so, to my mind, we present the most complete experience. I mean, in the Senate. The Senate makes policy. We make policies, for example, on tourism, on international humanitarian law, on alternative energy. These are policy laws that we've made, and I've authored. On automated election, I authored that. This is a policy, and therefore, more than just thinking that we come from a small city background, I think you ought to know that Yanni Fernando also handled policy for Metro Manila. We were both cabinet secretaries. We've been exposed to the whole world. I've traveled all over the continent as tourism minister. as well as being a senatorial candidate and a Red Cross. Bayani has done the same thing. We have fixed homes everywhere. We have fixed and supported provinces that have been under the heel of a disaster, and therefore we know how to handle and we know how to work with other people. Ang kalaban lang namin yung tamad. Ang kalaban lang namin yung mga ayaw magbago. You want to make enemies? You create change. You'll always make enemies. And a man who doesn't create change, he tries not to have an enemy. And that's why he ends up to be transactional. He transacts with everybody. You want to transform? You have to really do practical miracles. And that's why Christ transformed the world. What did they do? They crucified him. But out of 12 disciples, he built the Catholic Church. Muhammad built Islam. So it all starts from the bottom, from the small part to the big part.
So you think you two have the will to do those changes?
I have no doubt in my mind. And I have full confidence in Bayani because Bayani Fernando and I have agreed that after me, he should continue it. Like Taiwan, Chiang Kai-shek, Chiang Ching-po, and Lee Teng-hui, you have a mighty Taiwan. Singapore, Li Ka-shing, Goh Chok-tong, BG Lee, you have a mighty Singapore. LDP in Japan, the Koreans, they have overtaken us because there's continuity, there's change, there's commitment. Here, we want to change, there's no commitment, there's no continuity, and voila, you have a country that's really in awful shape. Okay?
The way I handle criticism is with an open mind. Because I good leader, to be quick to spot good ideas. And then when it comes to a head, we have to, we need strong political will to so that you can get things done. Because you don't stop at every barking door. And so that's how I believe the right way to handle such things. This world, they say, in this world, in every issue, the world is divided 50-50. So there will always be a no and there will always be a yes. So you have to handle them properly. But one thing is yung sabi lang, huwag kang pikon. Huwag ka lang pikon. That's
Pikon talo.
Pikon talo. So with an open mind, I do encourage criticisms because in that way we can improve on our performance.
Let me just add a little bit there. You're a leader. Your job is to uplift the level of behavior and standard of living of your people. Not just the standard of living, but their values. You draw out the best from them. When you lead, that means you want to change things. You want to change things for the better. And having said that, kailangan hindi ka maging captive ng sarili mong community, ng sarili mong constituency. A leader cannot be captive of his constituency. He is the captain of his constituency. That's why captain, capo, ulo, the head, yan ibig sabihin ng captain. All these words of leadership. A centurion is a leader of 100 people. Kaya centurion, century. So makikita mo, hindi ka pwedeng captive because pinaka-lonely position in life is leadership. You're alone by yourself. You have to make decisions. And if you do not have the experience, you do not have the vision, you don't know where to take your people, and you go say, instead, saan ba kayo? Saan nyo ba gusto? Doon ba tayo? Does that make you popular? But it may not get you anywhere. It may not bring you change. And that's why you cannot compete in this country today. Would you prefer us to speak in Tagalog or English?
Pwede ba Tagalog?
Pwede Tagalog din.
Sige.
Dagdagan ko yan.
Ano ba yung sa vlog? Tagalog?
Kasi meron tayong OFW watching.
Sa isang